Hello, rail friends. Welcome back between the signals here in Dalton, Georgia. It's been a long day at the dentist. So we're a little late getting here. There were a few storms before we got here. Kind of depends on where you were standing. So we are trackside, we are live. We're not going to be a long time tonight. We're going to be a fun time, but we're going to be a little short on the time. Spent a few hours at the dentist today. Had about all the fun I could take. I can talk right again. So, we got green here on the Atlanta North District line, headed northbound. Storms, depends where you're standing right this moment. Dark clouds over there, but it's supposed to just be leaving Dalton. Got some track repair equipment behind us. Some railroad cars. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 of them on the CSX sighting. And that is my news. Oh! Don't forget, catch of the week. Have you guys seen where Monday's short is at? When I got ready to leave the house, we were at 1.9 thousand people looked at this week's catch of the week short. And for those of you who don't know what is catch of the week, Mike, it is send in anything you see trackside this week. Favorite trade, favorite locomotive that's been used for a marshmallow roast, something cool. We have 4 categories that we look at. Favorite picture of the week, favorite locomotive of the week, most artistic, and favorite graffiti. Casey picks 4, I picked 4, and it's not about the high resolution of the picture, so if you're using a cell phone or grandma's old digital phone, it's all right. Have fun with this. And then on Monday, or actually on Sunday after we're done, Casey makes a short, throws it up on the channel, and 1.9 thousand people so far this week. Let's see, today's Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, went in just 72 hours. 1.9 thousand people right now have looked at what you guys did. That's cool. We got one scanner on. We need to get the other one up. A couple more things. Horn, I think. Wind's blowing this way. It's kind of dark out, so we're not real bright. Just give you a little idea. That's what's overhead. And you can see, it is for sure breezy. There's our sighting cars. Maybe while we're here, like I said, we're not going to be here for a long time tonight. I'm still not back to full production yet. But I'm unlimited production. How's that? Our sighting cars. Here's some CSX track equipment. Hey, right? There's your GRM 3000T for CSX. Looks pretty cool. Lots of fun to operate with a whole bunch of moving parts and a cool cab to sit in. And there's something that looks like it moves ballast and whatnot. And there is our northbound green. That funny sound you hear is not a train horn. Not exactly sure what it is, but it's not a train. Hello, Mama Bear. One 16.9. That would be a southbound on CSX heading to us. We're at the 99, so he's about 17 miles out. He's just north of Ringgold. So you guys in Ringgold and Tunnel Hill, hey, Kid Outdoors! smart work by a short person. Well, as y'all see, Crash is on with us tonight, and they are whipping them stallions on 29F. A 1x2x0 tonight. This guy's got to get out of his way. They rolling them 29F at us tonight. Thanks, Crash. Here comes the new railroad ties for treatment. When Crash tells you he's hauling, you better believe he's hauling. And as we discussed, we got a CSX coming south. Last time we heard him call, he was about 17 miles out. Anybody know how that works? Please feel free to tell us all. Looks fun. Got those tanks on the back there. And a little flag. And that Looks like it would be lots of fun to run. Got the little cool track gauge thing up on the front. Even got an orange cone. Mama Bear and Kid Outdoor, they are making sure they don't get wet. If that storm starts kicking up, we're going to be headed for the barn, y'all. I said, it's been a long day at the dentist. So, we're going to be a little bit kind of a short night tonight. But, hopefully lots of fun. As long as we don't get wet in the process. There's a look at the sighting cars. We have 29F rolling fast. Already through Cohutta with crash. Gonna guess our northbound and him will pass up at Waring. There's what's overhead, y'all. The stars and stripes fluttering on this Thursday evening. And the next signal indication we see should be coming on one of those two signal towers. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, today is Thursday, August 7th of 2025, and that does mean only 140 days to Christmas. I know you're stunned. Only 140 days to Christmas. How cool is that? Every container car you see go by today could be packed with the stuff that you want on Christmas Day. What you see here today, you may see tomorrow at Walmart, JCPenney, Macy's, who knows where, but you're going to see it somewhere. So, crashes to the north, keeping an eye on us, and you'll never guess who's here. Yep, shy and quiet. Mama Bear and Kid Outdoor have arrived on scene.
Mama Bear and Papa Bear are here.
We just missing the little bear now.
We will have him this weekend.
Yes,
I
we
heard
will
that
have
rumor.
him this weekend.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you, Mike.
Anything new in your world?
Not too much. Just looking forward to having Budger Bear this weekend. It's been too long since we got him. Way too long. But we're excited. We're gonna have to bring him to the track.
Well, the good news is you don't have far to go now.
Yeah, we don't have far to go at all.
Yeah, we were down there in the parking garage on the first floor.
Yeah, I had watched the weather and it looked like you guys should have got wet, but it just missed. But there was plenty of rain close by.
Yeah, as soon as I seen that yellow CSX equipment there on the live, I said, hey, I see it. Mama Bear said, where's he at? He's in Dalton, where's he at? And I was like, look, down there. I said, I see the CSX equipment.
I'm like, oh, that's where
I
it
said,
is.
There it
he's
is.
on the other side. And she's like, yeah, where that black box truck is. And I said, yeah.
Yeah, that box truck has not moved in ages.
No. Every time you're here, I see that truck and I'm like, okay. And we were just exploring just around one day and seen that truck. And I told her, me and her both was like, hey, that's that truck that's always by Mike. Now I know where that other spot is.
Mike's truck. So, do you still have the truck too?
Yeah, we're selling it.
Yeah, the alternator started going out.
Right, I remember
So-
that part. But I thought we fixed it.
Well,
It was the starter, and now it's the alternator.
yeah,
Ah.
the starter had went out, we fixed it, and then something to do with the anti-lock brake system, and then the alternator started. You can crank it, you can boost it off, you can jump it, and you can get from point A to point B, but as soon as you turn it off, it won't crank. So, her boss, I went to school with her boss, and her oldest, they want to buy it for her first vehicle. So, I mean, I hate to get
Actually,
rid of
it's
it
the
for
middle child.
the middle child.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to get rid of it for the price, and I hate to get rid of it, period, but we can't really, we can't afford to fix it. The alternators,
And have two vehicles to let them only driver.
so,
C319 is our southbound, I do believe. We just heard on CSX dispatch. And a little while ago, as y'all know, he was passing Ringgold. So unless he's got to wait and tunnel up, we just got an amber. So it looks like they're going to be cutting C319, a coal train, through before 29F. So Crash, you better tell 29F to put the brakes on. Otherwise, he's going to slide right through here. But we do have amber on the southbound W&A sub here right in front of all of us. And y'all come join. We still got 5 parking spaces left, so there's plenty of room. Yeah, you can tell what that is.
yeah, one line.
Somebody getting wet there. All right, we moved to green.
Highball green.
Highball green, as you all just heard.
Really highball green, because I can see it over the trees. That's the only light I can see.
Barely over the trees. We have to get up there with a chainsaw and cut a couple of them limbs out. I'm surprised they haven't done that.
Get my brother out here. He's all the time taking Dad's hedge trimmers and trimming all the hedges and stuff around the house just because.
Keeps him busy.
Yeah. When we were kids, he was fun. Dad turned him into a workaholic. Like he self-proclaims himself Gavin's godfather. He said, anything happens to you, you want to yell, I do. I said, okay. I said, okay. I said, under one condition. I said, because I'm fine with it, bro. I said, let him be a kid. Don't do to him what Dad did to you. I said, don't turn him into a workaholic. Let him have fun. His response was, I'll take you fishing. I said,
Got a problem somewhere. So does he lives around here?
hey, my brother. Oh, no, he lives with Mom. He still lives with Mom and Dad. But him and Mom and Dad, well, him and Dad are real close buddy. Dad just retired. Top flight in Chattanooga. Been there since like 84, something like that. And Mom said it's weird having him home during the day. She goes, I don't get the house to myself no more during the day. She goes, now your daddy's here. And then Kyle, he's still working at Top Flight. I wanted to work at Top Flight, but me and Dad, we couldn't go. We got hit. I don't know how Kyle did it.
Be on the lookout for that problem they're discussing. You're welcome to a seat.
We never been sitting down all day. That and the train tracks is one of my natural habitats, so I'm always up and doing something.
Home sweet home, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, knowing these lines, run straight into my home territory.
Up around the bend and back over.
Yep.
Have these guys been up by you working today?
Oh, we ain't been down there long or anything, and then down there,
Have you seen them up towards the house?
seen them up towards the house. When the local went by the other night, he went back by in reverse, back by the house. He went by the house, and then a little bit later, it wasn't long, heard a horn, and I thought, can't be another train already. But nothing, no engine, just the cars, and I was like, and then there went the local in reverse, and I was like,
I wonder if he ran up and dropped a few of those off, or some of that stuff off at up there just short, Rocky Face, where he goes to Rocky Face. Because he normally doesn't put an EOT on, but he did last night.
yeah,
Or he did whatever night that was we had him.
yeah, it was a couple nights ago. But yeah, he went backwards, and I was like,
So he wasn't gone long.
no,
See, I thought he was on his way to Waxahachie.
yeah.
For those of you not watching the chat, Crash is talking about the Illinois terminal. It has a fresh paint job. And I saw the pics the other night. Wow, you talk about bright. You can see him on a dark night without a moon. It looks incredible. There are pictures of it floating around, so you can find them online, but he's got a whole new look, and it is fluorescent bright. Since kids down here tonight, we don't get an early warning when they're coming into town, so we won't know until we hear that horn tonight on the CSX southbounds.
While we're here, anyway. As soon as we get back to the house, we can do on. I like living trackside.
Yeah, we're gonna be a little bit of a short night tonight. It's been a long day at the dentist.
We could kept thinking, I hear it. I was like, I just don't know where it's at.
Where it's at? Mom Bear, you want a chair?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Back when we was place hunting, looking for a trailer or apartment or whatever, come across a landlord that he had a trailer, single wide, good price, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, had the spare room. It was right by the track.
Oh, no kidding.
And I mean literally the trailer set like here, there's the track. And that was right there on Lahachie where that abandoned little building is where you first turn in from 11, coming from
Okay.
Trenton. There's all those little trailers that are right there. Well, one of them came up for rent, and we looked at it with the landlord. He wouldn't have had a bit of privacy, and then he had a thing against kids. And
Lauren.
Lauren.
Although it sounds like it's from that direction.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
The wind really throws it off, but we got a horn somewhere.
Yeah. But anyway, the trailer we were looking at was listed 1 bedroom, and it was a 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
No, that's definitely that way.
That's here.
Yeah, that's definitely that way.
We got horns here. We got phone.
Over there.
How cool would that have been, though, to look out the bedroom window and watch the train go by?
Well, the thing that was, he pointed at the wall, or at that spare room, and said, "You see what that is?" I said, "The spare room." He said, "That's but this is a 1 bedroom." He was nonchalantly telling us that he didn't want kids there because the tracks were so close.
Oh.
Some kid had brought something up from the tracks one day.
Yeah, I like
Lawnmower.
to use the kitchen sink.
I was like,
Yeah, wise decision.
yeah. I said it would have been worth it, but all except for him.
There he is.
There he
One
is.
coal train C319 for CSX.
Today he's fixing to be real bad. Just he's coming on.
Okay, we got green on the NS line. Y'all saw it. Crash has 29F cooling his heels just north of us. So I'm going to guess more Christmas presents are about to roll right through here. Wow, he's sitting right outside of town. He's sitting at North Dalton. He ain't waiting long. Yeah, he's at the next signal light to the north of us. Next control point, North Dalton. And yes, it is 29F. And Crash told us it's a 1x2x0 tonight. Mama Bear's gonna get a little sunset tonight starting over there. And as Tony would say, glowage. Put the coal to that stallion. Coast. Happy looking skeleton head or whatever that might be. Comes the UPS. There's a baby UPS with a dent in the back. Those of you to the south of us, better keep the umbrella handy. That is looking south. We were watching the rain streaks just a little while ago. Wind has died down a little bit. So again, if you're to the south of Dalton, hang on to those umbrellas. But for us, Mama Bear is going to get a sunset, I believe, to the north. Our truck is still here that we see every time we're at this spot. That's looking northwest. There's the old control tower here in the yard. And there is a look towards Crash up in Cohutta. All right. We've got 4 regs to the south. There's actually another red over there hidden behind that tree. Our track equipment over on the far siding. There used to be 2 more tracks over there, but they took those out for some reason. Let's hear what they want to talk to 582 about. Yes, John, my camera is in one of those. And the date is getting closer.
CSX went by. Got that one.
And you see our wave from it? You put gold of the stallion.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of containers. That's a good shot.
I got the 2 mids with the sunshine on. The picture was a little longer. I was zoomed in, but over here was blurry where they were by.
I love the shot the other night with the laser on under the button, that hump car.
Oh yeah.
I love seeing that at night.
That
It's
was,
so
that
cool.
was so that was so cool.
Hurry, kid, run! Inspection car's coming to you.
Well, I bolted out that door. I said, I gotta get down there.
Gotta go, gotta go.
He was hightailing. I said, Gavin's a big BNSF fan. She likes the Lee Valley. I'm CSX myself.
Yeah, the Conroe you caught the other day going through was a surprise. Nobody reported it all day.
She seen it go by the house. I did. We were outside, I think, and she got up there around the corner and she come back to, you know what, just passed us. I said, what? She was the Conrail. I said, Conrail? I said, it's CSX line. I've seen the NS Conrail and seen just a Conrail. I said, I ain't seen the CSX Conrail. Then I seen it go by. I said, which way was it going? She said, it's going towards the Nottingham. I said, pop it on the TV. I said, I'll see it go by. Then I went on my phone and backed up the camera and got a screenshot of it. I think that was the one I sent, showed to you. I was just went by. Okay. It was neat when we went over there to Depot. Man, there's some big cameras. Virtual Rail fans got. Them some big old cameras. But yeah, it was neat. I like that.
Yeah, hurry, kid, hurry. It's coming your way.
I told her, I said, Gavin's going to take that stairs to the side of the door. And the side of the back. He's going to leave it to the corner where he can transfer behind us. They have to go around the corner to see it. Right there in the corner.
So you can see him from the corner.
Yeah, you can walk around the corner and you can see him. You can see a little bit of the track. And, you know, of course, you know, the bridge 75 is right there. So go down under there and hang out, wait for a train or something, film it. Gavin's gonna have a blast being trackside this weekend.
Yeah, plus it's so close down here. Crash, you did good. You got 29F down to us. What else you sending us? We've got all regs, both directions. And like I said, it's been a full day at the dentist. So we are Gonna wrap it up here in a couple moments. Unless something goes green here real quick. That probably will be it for us for the day. Don't forget, catch of the week, every week. Something you see trackside, whatever's fun. Favorite locomotive, train locomotive going past your favorite depot, whatever. Signal light dropping, you choose something of interest. And we had 99 submissions last week. Oh, so hard to pick one. I make so many notes. And like I said, well, we talked at the beginning, for those of you that weren't on when we got started tonight, we're right at 2,000 people to view that short to see your guys' material that you all caught last week. So, video's up 30 seconds, still shocks. Just drop them in at railmoments.com. And every Sunday at 5:30, we go live from the studio. And tomorrow, not sure what's in store for tomorrow. Gonna try and catch some afternoon time before I take Mrs. S out to dinner tomorrow night. And that's kind of all the news I have. Hope everybody had a fantastic day. I survived the dentist. I survived my first mile walk around the neighborhood. And we had dinner together. Mrs. S did a great job. We had shrimp for my healthy dinner night on Wednesdays. So, this aging thing's tough. Whoever said it was the golden years had not hit the golden age yet. So, we're going to go trackside for a couple more minutes, see if there's any last minute messages, and then we are going to call it a night. Going to swing by and see Austin. My son lives just to the south of here. Then we're going to go home and see if we can have dinner and get through the night with the tooth that is no longer in pieces. And Mama Bear, going to get her sunset. Yep, matter of fact, they're starting right now. Kid outdoors with us. It's a great day here in Dalton between the signals. And there's a little look at the sunset dedicated to Mama Bear and Tara, where if one doesn't have a sunset, they send a picture down to the other. Looks like a great big old spaceship coming across there. Be fun to watch these guys tomorrow if we know where they're going to be working. Like I said, not sure tomorrow's agenda. Add on one of the scanners. All right, bird cam looks like it's quiet too. Don't you two fall off the legs there.
Oh, I got it. I mean, I can tell it's dark.
Hey, we got several loads of tractors coming.
Really?
Got a southbound mixed manifest with several cars of red tractors passing through Cohutta.
How far off is, yeah, how far off is Cohutta?
10 miles.
That's not far. There's that something
13 to be exact.
13 of them?
No, 13 miles.
13 miles? We got red tractors on the side.
Red tractors, 13 miles out. Now that's something tempting. Uh-oh, he's got a northbound. He's got a northbound though in front of him.
The northbound will probably go first.
He's got green right now. It's double track so they can send him up to Waring and hold him there while they let this northbound go.
Oh yeah. I got one for you, Mom. Sitting down there. We were right next, or right in front of that little silver box that said hair on it.
The bungalow.
Oh, the bungalow. I looked at her and I said, does that make this a hairline? She looked at me and I said, if one of them hoses on them cars breaks or something, does that make it a hairline fracture? She just looked at me and goes, oh my God.
You got to roll tonight. Yeah, the one is the hair is the NS box, and the middle Dalton is the CSX box.
Oh. Yeah, back when, still happening, still be ready to make it there, but back when it was really bad, especially when the East Palestine was behind, train derailed and all, a lot of information that came out Southern's responsibility, so the maintenance was their line. And Norfolk Southern, allegedly, from what I heard, felt like, well, we share it, they should help maintain it, so they weren't doing it. And that's why a lot of people I know were like, I don't like it. So I grew up loving the Norfolk Southern, because black and white with the horse, you know. But, and I grew up right next to AGS.
Right.
I said, but I said, CSX, man, I've seen where they maintain their line. Really. And I like it. That's great.
The old YN2s.
Rebel Gray looks good. I like the gray color though. Yeah. Eyeball green.
Mama Bear's got sunset and eyeball green. Tractors. We haven't seen tractors in a long time. Yep.
I don't know about, well, I've seen green John Deere tractors, but
These are red.
I ain't seen red ones. But when I was a kid, on the AGS line, every now and then, flatbed, camper after camper would go by, and they used to stop a lot, right there where the 136 bridge is. And so that's where we all hung out. And that's where I hung out all the time. That was my bridge.
That was
So,
my bridge.
I'd sit there and watch the trains go by. I'd sit there all night, sit there, have a drink or something, you know. Watch the train go by. Lived on the other side of the tree line, so. And, of course, you know, we're all teenagers at some point. I remember being about 13, 14. One stop, none but campers, middle of the night. Me and my buddies hopped up on the flatbed while it was stopped. It's like, what are you gonna do if you get in? I was like, I don't know. What are you gonna do if you start rolling while you get in there? And I was like, at least you in there.
May not be the best choice, but we're in there.
I really need to get me a scanner. So we got red tractors coming this way.
That is, that's the bird cam.
Oh, that's the bird cam? Okay.
I didn't get the other one out tonight. I didn't plan on staying that long. There's our horn.
Yep. There is the horn.
Nursing my tooth through the night.
I miss my teeth, but I feel so much better without them. Just the way my teeth are so bad. Eventually I'll get in. Then I can sing it. I can sing my own song.
Oh, look. Look how pretty that is. Whoa, look how pretty that is.
Looks like a crown. There's the moon. Look at that moon. Oh, wow.
Where?
Right there. Like right here.
Oh, behind the tree there.
So we waiting on the cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
have hair down to here, and then I'd straighten it. My mom finally just said, "Here, have my straightener. I'll go buy me enough." Because my hair's naturally curly.
Yeah.
And I hate it, and then people whose hair is naturally straight, they hate it, want curly hair. I'm like, oh, switch with you.
In a heartbeat, right?
I always had the rock star thing going on. I had the Eddie Van Halen hair. The way I had mine cut. But the funny part is, yeah, here it runs. Right there. The funny part is, though, grow my beard out, trim it a little bit, grow my hair out. There's a picture of me and Michael Anthony with bass player Van hanging side by side. We look like this. The first time my daddy said, "Hey, you look cool."
Dispatch C31904. Channel 984, minute 940.
2x0x2. NS on the front, Stallions leading, and the Pumpkins bringing up the rear. So we have that coal train on his way to see the tractors. CSX just had another southbound coal train go past the bird cam and has now cleared Graysville coming our way. That'll put him 21 miles away from us. And I'm going to guess our tractors are sitting up at Waring, waiting on this northbound to go past. So let's swing back to the south, where we will see who is going to be next. Tractors on NS or coal train on CSX. As you just heard, that was the coal train clearing South Graysville. Crash has the red tractors confirmed on a mixed freight. So we're going to sit tight for a moment. Would love to catch the tractors, be something a little different tonight from normal. Just got to get those tractors here before it turns dark. Or I should say darker than what it is right now. So let's see what we get for likes. Crash, run down there and give that train a little push from behind. Get those tractors on down here. That would be fun to catch before we call tonight. Austin's waiting for me to stop by, and I'm ready to take this tooth home. So let's see what we get. Kid, is this your hat?
Oh yeah, I took it off while I was sitting down filming.
I say I don't remember seeing a hat laying there earlier. Turned all that hair loose. And there comes the moon.
Sister Bear said that was a sturgeon moon. It'll be at its a sturgeon full moon. She said it'll be at its peak on Saturday night. Something like that.
What kind of moon? A sturgeon moon?
Sturgeon moon. First thing that comes to my mind, fishing moon, like fishing for sturgeon. Like a good moon for it.
Never heard of such thing as a sturgeon moon. All right, we are not going to get the tractors. We are going to get a northbound CSX. a sturgeon moon. And it's supposed to peak by Saturday. Kid Outdoor just told us.
In clouds all around that moon, almost looks like a hieroglyphic, like Egyptian.
It is pretty.
It's like something you'd see on an album. Makes me think of the Alan Parsons Project, that symbol of the eye that they used.
Well, you're thinking overtime tonight.
I can remember when their song Sirius used to play on KZ106 all the time. And then one time I ever hear it now, I look it up on YouTube. I used to use that for my original story time intro. Like I said, it would say Kid Productions presents, and it was like a zoom in of the earth, and you'd hear that da 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 just real quick like, and then it would, and that was my Kid Productions.
That was your trademark?
Yeah, that was what I wanted to do, and most of my friends knew what that was because the Chicago Bulls used it as their theme song when Michael Jordan was playing for them. And of course, I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the ways I remember it. But I heard it on KZ growing up all the time. Never hear it. times. I said, now I'm moving new series for this at the track. I said, that's it, at the track.
At the track.
At the track. Not burn. I said, when Gavin's down here and you make photos, the special guest buggy bear. He went back to school today. He looked sharp. Little pair of shorts, on, little red shirt. He was actually wearing tennis shoes. He wasn't wearing any clothes. He tripped and stumbled in the drive. Wear his shoes, fine. Hoping he gets the bird seeing and sees the other kids wearing boots.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wear boots all the time. He's got some boots. They just ain't broke in for him. So a friend of mine, they were his sons. My best friend, they were his sons. Well, he outgrew them and gave them to me. They're nice, Justin boots. And he's worn them. There's a picture of us sitting by the tracks up on just across the state line up there 299. Where it comes 134, where you, right at the state line where you pull off right there in the signal tire. Right there.
Okay, I gotta show you this. It looks like a regular laptop stand right. But wait for it, this thing is actually a 7.
Looking at each other. And both of us have jeans, boots, and cameras. And there's a picture of me and him both staring at each other. Sitting almost the same.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures. And yeah, he didn't like proving, but it's awesome. You gotta break him in a little bit.
That's right.
And my hope is that he sees, like the other kids he goes to school with, because he goes to school with Big Alabama. So he's around all them country boys wearing boots. Hoping he sees that. Gets out, as he gets older, gets out in Crocs. Wear them around the house, but wear your boots and your shoes up there, right? Just in case. That's where I wear boots all the time. That's all I wear.
Taylor has her watermelons planted so they come out before the frost, but they get harvested later, she's telling me.
Yeah, I told her, I said, hey, I said, Mike's on. I said, you're on there too. She had texted me about the moon. What is that?
What is what?
That horn sound when you hear that.
It could be L808 working the crossings. Or it could be your train coming north. But it could be L808 down there working. Although I haven't heard them on the radio tonight.
So is that down that way, kind of like?
Yeah, down there by the yard.
Oh, okay, so yours down there, kind of like Wahatchee.
Yes.
Down that way. Okay. That's still.
But not nearly the size, but they move
Yeah.
a lot of cars down there.
Wahatchee.
We got horn. Well, I think we have horn. Sounded like horn. Well, so did I.
That's all quiet. Like that day we was all up under the expensive umbrella and me and Gavin was under there. I heard it. And then false alarm. You know, Gavin's like, oh, but I heard that, he said. Yep, you on moon patrol. There's the
It's not much light, but what?
scared to live in daylight.
Got your attention, did it? All right, here comes our tractor train.
All right, you guys, we are staying for the tractors since we're still here. Southbound NS, and there's a load of tractors coming. Crash sent us red tractors.
I'm trying to help with the lights. I don't know how much. Don't know how much help it's doing.
Easy to maneuver set. All right, for those of you that were with us a little while ago, Crash parked a load of tractors just north of us. He saw them in Cohutta. Then we had our coal train go through, so that slowed down the process. And then we had the CSX northbound mixed manifest that y'all just saw. So hopefully our NS train is sitting up at North Dalton, just above us, because he's had plenty of time to move south. And he's got several cars of red tractors. So, since we're still here, we're going to see the red tractors. And then off to see Austin, dinner, and hopefully by morning, the tooth is back to normal. Where it's a beautiful evening here. And our, what'd you call it, sturgeon, right?
Sturgeon moon.
Y'all read the note about the sturgeon moon from Taylor just a little while ago.
I was going to ask if she had commented on it.
She did. She gave us a full rundown on what a sturgeon moon is. And y'all keep watching it because come Saturday night, it's going to be a full bloom sturgeon moon, whatever that means. So we're going to hang on for one more tonight. And then off to see Austin. Dinner, check out Mrs. S, and back to job number 1 tomorrow morning. Let's see, can we get the green light and the sturgeon moon in all at the same time here? Yes, check it out. There we go. Moon to the left, CSX lights to the right where there is a coal train. 4 CSX coming south just above us, and NS on approach with highball green. Mixed manifest with red tractors, so we'll light them up when they get here. Don't forget, let's check and see how our Monday night short's doing. With y'all submissions. That's right, John. I grew up with tons of trains going through. All right, catch of the week short that was posted 72 hours or so ago is at 1.9 thousand views. So right at 2,000 views of your guys' stuff. Videos and pictures that everybody sent in are the top 8 that we picked. And then also you can see all of Sunday night still under the live category from the studio and see all 99 submissions. And that, there's stuff from all over the country. It was super, super cool. So there's your Sturgeon Moon to the left, CSX lights to the right on that tower, NS on the Atlanta North District, and we are going to catch our tractors.
There's 3 episodes so far.
Hi, Tony. How are you? Good to see you on. You're just in time for the tractors.
There's 3 episodes of At the Track.
Awesome.
This one, I've been filming. It'll be a long one. So like I said, well, come right here. So that's okay. Let it be a long one. I said, just bear with mine. If I do anything, even like getting like little clips, because there's been clips from like some of your down there in the bridge when it was raining. You couldn't see the rain, but you could hear it. Took it, darkened it, and added rain over it. Made an image out of it.
That train was all wet. He just come through the rain. That one just went past us.
Yeah, I
all
seen
the
that.
cars were wet on the top half.
And one of them, I think it's this light here that blinks all the time. You could see it blinking. I was like, that's a perfect ambient.
Yeah, it starts out until it finally gets warm enough, then it goes solid. But its whole startup process is flashing
Yeah.
until it gets warm enough to finally stay on.
Until it gets its juices flowing.
Yeah, it's got to wake up.
Yeah. There's more ambience videos on my channel than anything, but I told her, I said, I got story time. And I said, but here lately we just been going on the tracks. I said, so I got 3 episodes of it saved in a playlist, and now there's this one. I told her, I said, I guess it's the new series we'll work on. We love it. I'm glad I got her into it.
A whole lot easier. What?
I made an ambulance video the other night with like the bedroom side of an old camper. The rain was falling inside the window. I put the camo like button and the subscribe button with my kid afterwards logo on it. It's like magnets like on the fridge. Made them look like magnets stuck there. I have a CSX up there and a Norfolk Southern up there, and then I took the rail moments. Some of those rail moments right there. I thought, man, if you look. I said they look like magnets on the fridge. They're stickers for the editing bit. That would be pretty neat. Stickers with the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Like window stickers. That'd be neat. like this day and night here.
Yeah, this is incredible for an August night.
Yeah. I mean, if it be mid-October here, that'd be good. Not too hot, not too cold. Not too rainy, not too dry. In the cover.
Bird cam's got another train.
All right, for those of you watching the bird cam, we have another southbound coming on the bird cam. So that means in front of him is the coal train and our train that just went past. So southbound train at the 122.8 making his way to Graysville. I'm going to guess one of them will go on the Graysville siding while the train we just had goes past the coal train that's probably at Tunnel Hill. So the horn you hear right now is the bird cam on a southbound CSX. And we are waiting on our tractors on our Norfolk Southern southbound that crash parked a little while ago. And then we will call it a night after that. And you can see the sturgeon moon to your left. You all want to know about watermelons, ask Taylor. And green, the signal indication on the Atlanta North District line through the middle of Dalton.
There was a time when sunshine brought us back to the brightest days of
Yeah, there's no ad about the Biltmore. That's a beautiful place at Christmas time. If you've never been to the Biltmore at Christmas, make that one of your to-do list things. But take a lot of money. It's not a cheap date, but boy, is it cool. So, we have NS coming south with tractors. We have another CSX coming south with coal and another southbound behind him. But we are going to bail after we see our tractors. Austin's waiting. Plus tomorrow's a work day, so got to get to job one. And our tractors are going to be red. So I don't know how big they are, but Crash said we have several cars worth of red tractors. Let's listen to that horn. When we hear that horn, we'll swing northward. John, Case tractors are red, huh? Well, in that case, we're going to see some Case CASE tractors on our next southbound train before we pull up the stakes and call it a night. Orn!
Here they come.
And there goes our red case tractors. Well, that was fun. We had lots of people here to watch. We got people down on the other side. They got their lights on. We had some lights on. We got somebody else here. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, everybody here.
Them was pretty tractors.
All right, everybody. From all of us to all of you, Mama Bear is going to tell you, we will see you.
At the next crossing.
That's right. Everybody have a fantastic Friday, and we will see you between now and then at the next crossing.
We'll see you in there.
That's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
They're going